Jesse James been living off anabolic French toast, natural, but look at the muscle on Jesse James. So what chance does Brandon Walsh have? Coach Greg, in today's video, we're gonna find out who's stronger, Jesse James or Brandon Walsh. Well, I can tell you who I have my money on. Jesse James, obviously. Do you see this guy's build? And just so you know, both Jesse James and Brandon Walsh are both natural. So I was watching Brandon Walsh's video approximately a week ago. Caught my attention. It said, steroid dad versus natural son. Who's stronger? So we have Brandon Walsh in his prime versus his father, who's approximately 58 years of age, but admittedly on HRT. Watch his old videos compared to now. His dad is shredded. He looks amazing, and he's only on HRT.
I really think he has it. Only because Brandon doesn't really work out ever, and he doesn't eat. He has one meal a day, and that consists of GoPuff snacks.
So in watching the video, I was surprised to see that Brandon Walsh doesn't work out. So he's not like a bodybuilder, a lifter. He's just a guy that's in good shape. Clearly has amazing genetics. I mean, you're gonna debate me? The guy doesn't work out. She says he eats about one meal a day, maybe eats twice a day. So he's not eating the best of diets, and he's not even really training. And Brandon did in fact show that he was just as strong or stronger than his father in most of the activities and competitions. But next up, an even better opponent, Jesse James. Jesse James been living off anabolic French toast, natural, but look at the muscle on Jesse James. So what chance does Brandon Walsh have? Well, let's watch the video and find out. So the video is called, Who's the Stronger Man? I mean, that's intriguing to me. I want to know. The next part says, if I win, I date your sister. And I'm thinking, I have a sister, Sister Christine. And I'm thinking, I can't just be like, hey, if you beat me in something, you date my sister. Seems like my sister decides who she wants to date or not date. And since she's married, probably would say no. Probably, I'm assuming she would say no. So not sure about the title of the video, but perhaps she wants to date him anyway. So she's hoping Jesse James will win. And if he doesn't win, well, she could date him anyway. Now, couldn't she?
The Walsh versus West. Get it right. Representing the Walsh family. Brandon.
And I mean, looking at Brandon Walsh's physique, doesn't it look like he's been training a lot? Like a whole lot? He's natural. Look at the guns on the guy. He's in great shape. You might be thinking, he's not that big. He doesn't have that much muscle. Anyone could look like that if they train hard. You know, that's just normal. No, he has amazing genetics. And if you don't think he does, it's because you've been brainwashed into thinking that most people look like Jesse James or have more muscle. It is not the case. Brandon Walsh's physique is far superior to the average male. So although I'm favoring Jesse James to win this competition, I do think that Brandon Walsh has a very good, high-quality physique.
First challenge is gonna be a deadlift. This is pure brute strength. I've only lifted once or twice in my life, so if I don't do well on this, that's why.
And are you buying that? Jesse James saying he's only deadlifted once or twice in his life? Reminds me of that Will Tennyson video when he was training with Russell Orhe and said, hey, it's my first time, I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and lifted about 100 pounds more than he thought. But what is going on with these young guys? Why are they not deadlifting? Y'all know how great deadlifts are for putting on size? If you're not deadlifting, maybe y'all should start.
So we gotta go conventional here.
Conventional, yeah.
Oh. I'm a really big sumo guy.
Look at this.
So Jesse was hoping to do sumos, but they chose to do conventionals. But why not train both? If you're a young guy, do both. Figure out which one's better, or maybe do one and the other.
The bar's all sweaty. Why are your hands so sweaty? Are you nervous?
I'm nervous. I'm about to be on a date.
So they're doing deadlifts. He's saying the bar is slippery. You should use chalk or straps when doing deadlifts. You do not want to fail because of your grip. Just think of this. How can you train to failure? How can you train harder than last time if you're not able to lift more weight because your grip is letting go? So if the bar is slipping, you don't grab a towel and try to deadlift with a towel in your hands. You get some lifting straps or use some chalk. And so they literally tie on the deadlift 425 for barely 2 reps from both competitors. So it's a tie. I'm surprised. I thought that Jesse James would be able to lift more weight, but looking at Brandon's physique, I do notice he has somewhat longer arms, giving him a slight advantage on the deadlift.
So next is pull up.
God, no! No!
I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bed. Yeah.
5.
So I think Jesse James, along with myself, is a little bit shocked at this point. I was thinking Jesse was going to easily win all these events, and here we are in round 2, where Brandon Walsh did 55 pounds for 5 reps to Jesse's 55 pounds for 3.
We're going on the bench. I'm a little bit weak, but maybe I'll get some extra power.
Up next, though, the bench press. I'm sure Jesse James is going to redeem himself here because he trains the bench press a lot, has full, thick chest. Meanwhile, Brandon has longer arms, so I think he's at a very strong disadvantage in the bench press.
Jesse thinks he's a tough guy, but I mean, I think it's all just fake gains. He doesn't realize that my overhead press is actually super strong.
So Brandon Walsh, he's pretty much saying, I got no chance in the bench press, but I'm going to try it anyway. But he's not worried because he believes his overhead shoulder press is going to be stronger than Jesse James. But looking at his physique, I don't see it. Doesn't look like he has very strong shoulders. He has longer arms, means he's going to have to press the weight a greater distance. But let us see. Is he in fact training in secret? Why is he so confident? If he's hardly training, eating 1 meal a day, as his girlfriend's saying, maybe he's sneaking out behind her back. Is he in fact cheating on his girlfriend with the gym? Why does she think he's never training? Is he in fact training in secret without telling his girlfriend? Because from what I saw in the last video, it sounded like the guy wasn't training. But what I'm seeing here, it looks like the guy's training harder than last time. And if he isn't, imagine what this guy could do. Look how he looks. That's how he looks without training. Bicep shreds, chesticles, stronger than Jesse James. So I don't know. If he doesn't train, this guy could be something special. But if he does train, why doesn't the girlfriend know about it? So Jesse James wins with 14 reps in comparison to only 2 reps by Brandon Walsh. The final event, the shoulder press, and you gotta be betting on Jesse. He benched 225 for 14 reps. Brandon Walsh only 225 for 2 reps. And look, Brandon Walsh is lifting fake plates. He can't be doing it. Look, one hand. He looks like Larry Wheels. But as you can see, when the camera rolls out, you see the spotters in action. So don't believe what you see. People can easily mislead you by using fake weights and doing all kinds of tricks to make you think that you're stronger than you actually are.
What did I tell you guys? I told you he was going to wear himself off in the bench, and then...
What did you say?
You have to actually win first.
So Brandon Walsh getting a little cocky. I knew he'd wear himself out in the bench press. So Jesse is in fact tired. He did 14 reps with 225, so he's a little bit fatigued. But it's still Jesse James. He's going to come out on top, isn't he?
At this point, I feel like I definitely got it in the bag, and I'm just excited. I mean, it's
I
gonna be
can't
great.
wait for our date. I know you're gonna win.
Right?
So Jesse James, he's got it in the bag. She can't wait for the date because very clearly Jesse should win this. And just look at the vascularity on Brandon Walsh. I mean, look at the shreds on this guy. Looks like he's under 10% body fat. And just look at the arm size difference between Jesse James and Brandon Walsh. You got to think Jesse James is going to outlift Brandon.
I can't do this.
So this is more than both of our body weights.
Yeah. If you get this, like, props, man.
I'll do my best.
So they were both successful with 180 pounds. And next up, 200 pounds, which is more than their body weights. And so Jesse is looking in disbelief. He gets the 200 pounds and it looked like he even had more in the tank.
Tarps off! Woo! Now you can keep that.
So tarps off. He's about to do 200 pounds for the date or the win.
How the fuck did you do that?
And Brandon wins it. Were you not with me thinking Jesse would win this? I mean, I think I'm more shocked than Jesse himself is.
I'm going to allow you to go on a date with my sister.
I have no dignity anymore. I have been beaten, but I have won. Did I really lose? No.
You gotta like it. And in all honesty, Jesse's like, I lost, but did I really lose? And she's like, nope, you didn't. So Jesse and his sister are going on a date. That should be interesting. Who knows? Maybe they'll hit it off for real. I don't know. I don't know about this stuff. But anyway, follow Jesse James and Brandon Walsh to see how the saga unfolds. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Those are the bloops. Please watch one. Don't forget to buy my freaking cookbook. You know there's going to be those French toast recipes. Everything else, delicious, low-calorie, high-protein, filling meals so you don't cheat on your diet. And until next time, I am out.